Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 222, episode 72 on our Dwarven Paladin here. Let's jump back in, shall we? It's a little later at night. I feel like I'm either middle of the day after I'm before work, or later at night after work in the gym, or after work in the gym, so. It's about 12, what is it? 12, like 10 right now. And yeah, we'll probably play for a solid hour. Last we left off, we had just gotten friendly with the Gelkis clans. We now have some chains to do with the Gelkis. We need to go back to Desolace, get those crude charms from the Kolkar, and then I think we have one more quest after that we're going to do. And then we're going back to the jungle, Stranglethorn, and hopefully, I don't think by the time we're done with these two quests we'll be 40, but I think when we're in the jungle, we'll hit 40 in the jungle, so 40 is going to be a big breaking point because we can start our blacksmithing quest chain.
Where would you like to fly to?
We get our charger, of course. We get like 5 new spells or ranks in spells that we don't have. We get Blessing of Light, that's a new one. We can learn Plate, that's a new one. But we get a new rank in Seal of Light, Hammer of Justice, Devotion Aura, and Consecration. So big level here. But yeah, just real quick while we fly, I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back when we touch down in Nigel's Point, and then we'll continue from there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we've touched down in Nigel Point. Let's go get some crude charms. Remember, we do need to take that chain quest in Stormwind to come back here and talk to Brother Anton, but that'll be more around like probably 42, 43, I imagine. And when we do that, we're going to do obviously Book of the Ancients. We'll do the reagents for the Reclaimers. Maybe we can do Get Me Out of Here, but again, I think we take on like 4 centaurs. And like some of them have executes when we do this quest, so we might do this at a higher level. But we'll do the Ghost of Plasm, we'll do the Shipwreck, we'll do the Rackmore's Treasure, because this one says it's a 36, but from what I remember, I think we go out to this island, and this island can be a little sketchy. The sea giants like roam around out there, so we'll probably come back and clean up the last of Desolace around like 43 is what I'm imagining, but because then we'll also have some chains from Uthek is her name, I believe, the leader of the Gelkis clan. I think her name's Uthek. We're going to do this quest. She's got one more chain, and then she's got 2 quests that are more around like the 40 range, so I figure we'll go handle our other business in the jungle and in South Shore, and then we'll come back here. Also, don't judge, I haven't been vaping for a while, but I went ahead and got another one. Just was feeling for something, but not getting back to that. We're staying clean. Just one little slip. Alright, remember, be on the lookout for any kind of giants. These are lower level mobs, so we're just going to use a coarse sharpening stone here. We're going to eat a goblin deviled clam too, just to kind of make some space. We've got a bunch of extra food and stuff to cook. We do need to get our cooking past 225, so we're still looking for giant eggs and zesty clam meat. I think the giant eggs drop from vultures in Daenerys, from what I remember, and then the zesty clam meat, I think we can get that from like the Swamp of Sorrows. I'm gonna do some research real quick. Zesty clam meat, WoW Classic. So yeah, it seems like Feralis, Ashara, the Hinterlands, and Daenerys So maybe we'll just farm them both in Daenerys. And then the giant eggs, wow, classic. Looks like Daenerys as well from the rocks and the Fell Rocks, yeah. I don't think these vultures would drop them, so I'm not even going to worry about them. But again, these are humanoids. They're going to run near death, but they're low enough level to where I'm like, you know what? I think we're fine. Honestly, what I think we do is we Seal of Wisdom, judge it, go Crusader. And don't even use light, and I'll just spend the mana on Holy Lights. And if they get low and I kind of need to finish them off, we'll just, you know, go Judgment, or Seal of Righteousness, Judgment. I can also just, you know, Hodge, but... I could be using Seal of Justice, and maybe that's the play. Maybe we Seal of Justice and just use Wisdom, but I'm not too worried about them running, honestly. Alright, there's finally one charm. They do respawn pretty quickly. Which if we weren't, you know, basically 8 levels above them, it could be a little scary. Use this now and then just let the mana regen here a little bit. Oh yeah, they've kind of got very fast respawns. Need to be careful for that. Again, I'm not really scared of them, but... just something to be aware of. Don't want to be caught with our pants down. Go Wisdom here. We do have, you know, an extra full stack of these greater healing potions in the bank, so most of the excess that we get now is just going to go to vendor sales. They don't sell for much, but, you know, it's something. Just have to be careful. Don't want to pull that Dread Swoop. I'm not scared of it, but kind of brings me no value. I'm not really getting much experience from these. Well, the Centaurs, no, because they're 30 and 31. Ideally, we kill 32s, but there's not very many of them. The Wind Chasers, the Battle Lords, maybe. If we can, let's make it a point to kill these level 32 ones. They actually still give me experience. I think for the final thing tonight, we'll go check if Iron Eye is up, but... Alright, got a good bit of mana, let's spend it, front load it. Actually, let's go Holy Light, double flash, triple flash, actually. Since the level 30 ones are gray, I can kind of walk pretty close to them and not have to worry about pulling them. I think the only thing that will pull them is like social aggro. (32, 33, 32). We can pull this whole place. The destroyers are the ones that have executes, so just want to play it by the books for those guys. Front load the mana here. We're actually going to go light because I'm going to pull that destroyer next. We're not going to Judgment right away. I'm going to let the seal tick down a little bit, let my mana continue to regen here. And then right before it's gone, now. So the destroyers are kind of like shamans. They have shocks. I love being a paladin, man. This shit feels so good. Go concentration, quick little holy light, back to red. One more cons. Go wisdom here, since Crusader was about to end. Rebuild some mana. Alright, that's 6. Large War Club. That's nice. 35 silver right there. Just got that off. Remember, we're mostly looking for 32s, so ideally I'm just going to kind of skip some of these 31s. Okay, called for help. Stop that right before it went off. Resisted, huge. Nothing from either of them though, that kind of sucks, but you know, is what it is. They do only have a 20% drop rate, so it's pretty abysmal. Alright, just let the mana refill here while I slowly whack this guy down. Pause. Any more 32s around here? There was one back there, but I'm hoping to kind of get ones that are a little closer to the center of the camp where the others are. Sorry, just texting the missus back. Go ahead and rebuff. Oh, got some ore back here. Iron, huge. What's our iron stacks looking like? Let's check the bank. Got 20 iron, 7 steel. We're trying to not get too much over, 200 on blacksmithing, so I'm kind of just like saving all of our ore right now, because when we hit 40 and we can do our blacksmith quest that lets us choose if we want to be a weaponsmith or an armor smith. Our friend Uthek, I think was his name. No, it's not Uthek, it's a son of Uther or something like that. Kin of Uther, that's what his name is. He was telling us about the blacksmithing quest and how you'll get some free points, so don't go too far over level 200. That way you can actually like utilize those free points. Okay, it is a destroyer. Let's be cautious here. We resisted the shock, that's huge. Stun him on that. Alright, 2 more. Oh, yo. No way. We just randomly get a large knapsack? That's huge. Alright, well, replace that bag, replace this bag. And now we have an extra large blue sack. Yeah, we did. That's what I told her. Sheesh. So this is going to require a little bit of inventory cleaning up, I guess. Hang on. Let's do it like this. There we go. Now I have some extra slots down here for, I don't know what just yet, but we'll figure something out. We just need 1 more too, that's nice. Man, I can't believe we just randomly got a 12 slot bag like that. So initial backpack is I think 16 or 18. Well, classic. There we go, that's 10. Backpack size. Yeah, it's a 16 slotter, okay. So we've got 16 plus 12 plus 10, 10, 10, so that's 30. 42 plus 16 is 58. 58 bag slots. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 26, 39. And then, yeah. It's what? 52 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, did I do that math wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4. 13 times 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, it's 62 slots. Really? That's 30, 42. Yeah. Okay. 30 plus 12 plus 16. How am I getting... So interesting. When I do the math like that, it's 58, but when I count it by rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 per row. Times that by 4. That's 52, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 52 plus 10, 62. I'm not sure. I guess an easier way would be 13 times 5 minus 3. Oops. Yeah, 62 is how many bag slots that we have right now. Kind of crazy. Break out old Henry. Old Henry the boy. And continue to drink my protein shake here. Just try and chug the rest of this thing. Oh. Alright, it's all done. Whew. Need a little water after that. Yep, so we have stealing supplies after this. And then on Geku and Kan Jin, we're going to save for when we come back and do the rest of the quests here. And I'm hoping some of these are going to give me chains to kill the demon that's down here, somewhere around here. We killed on my undead rogue. But maybe that's what reagents for the reclaimers is, or down the Scarlet Path, maybe? I'm assuming In the Name of the Light is going to be a Scarlet Monastery quest, so that one obviously we're going to hide, but... And then Ectoplasm, this doesn't have a chain, I don't think. Okay, easy. I forgot that Rexar roams the road here. He will one-shot us, so let's give him a very wide berth. And mark him with a skull, so I know that means death. And his bear, Misha. 160k on Misha alone. Holy. Yeah, I'm 90% sure that that thing will just auto-aggro me if I get too close to him. Scary, scary, scary. That's the worst part about Desolus. I thought the sea giants were bad. I never had to worry about it on the Horde, but on the Alliance, it's like, whew. Thrash, Sundercleave, and Puncture. Good lord. Alright, Uthek. You have the charms? You showed the Kolkar they are weak. You do a good thing for the Gelkis. The Kolkar are weak and will die. Their magic is pathetic and will not save them. You showed them this, and their fear will make them even more feeble. In our lands, the feeble soon die. Oh yeah, we got these on the rogue, the Silver Stars. When we are not at war, we hunt for meat. Meat gives us strength, and full bellies fight harder than empty ones. It is the same with the Magrum. They store some extra meat so they may fight longer between hunts. If you raid their village to the east and take their storages of meat, then their strength will fail. So we'll probably take the Silver Stars and just sell the stack at 200. 9 copper apiece by 200. Let's do the math on that real quick. 0.09 times 200, 18 silver. Okay. This should be pretty easy. And then we're heading to the jungle. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars from level 40. We are at our gold requirement for level 42, which is nice. We've kind of recouped the losses that we took when we bought that extra bank slot. We are at 4 bank slots. We've got 3 extra bags. These sell for 25 silver each. I think I'm just gonna... These sell for 50 though. I do want all these bags to match, and I did have a full rack of heavy brown bags on my rogue, so I'll probably do the same on all of my characters. I just like the way it looks aesthetically to have like the bags matching in the bank, but... So I'll probably just, at this point, honestly sell these extra green and blue sacks. And then when we do get the money, I need 150 gold to get both these last slots. When we do get the money to buy those slots, which is going to be much later into the series, we will get it though. We got it on our rogue. I'm not worried about that. We'll just buy 2 more brown bags and pop them in there. I did like to keep these bags just to like kind of make a little memory of like the bags that we got along the way, but realistically, my bank is very full. There's a lot of like memorable items that I've kept along the journey, cool items from finishing villages and quests, our gargoyle's bite that we got lucky to find, some cool, rings, the Eye of Paleth, the memorial ring from Ironforge, Grayson's torch, the Everglow lantern. All these things are really cool items that I just want to keep. But yeah, being a blacksmith is also just like really, really tough on the bank space. And I'm gonna need the bank space to do the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. It's a lot of experience to do that quest chain. I really want to try and get it done. We did it on our rogue. At least I think we did. Because I remember like every page we got, we would pick it up and read it. I think actually what happened was, I think we just read the pages and then I made a note of it in our macro, and then I think I just deleted them because I didn't have the bag space to store all of those. So I actually don't think we did it on our rogue. Just because the bag space required to do that quest is just insane, but we'll try to get it done this time. If not, I'm not, harking about it too much. There are specific quests and things like that we're like, we're trying to 100% it, but if it doesn't work out, like the patrol quest in this zone, or like the pages in Stranglethorn where it's like, that's like 20 extra slots that you have to allot for those pages. That's tough, man. And then to like guarantee that all of them are going to drop, it's not likely, So there are like a few things that we're not too worried about. Dungeon quests like that, where it's just like, it's not really feasible without like a ridiculous amount of grinding. Because you could spend hours in Stranglethorn and not get the one page that you need. Usually what happens is, the way it was designed was for people to kind of like trade pages that they don't need, or use the auction house, and that incentivizes like player economy and people interacting with each other. I love all that stuff, but in Solo Self-Found Hardcore, more than likely, we're not going to be able to collect them all. And I think now that I'm remembering that, I don't think we did them on the Rogue. I think we just collected the pages, read them, and then got rid of them. And I made a little note for it. Okay, this is what the meat looks like. Sacks of dried meat. Change to find treasure here. Just gonna kind of rotate around the outsides of the camp. Go all out with the mana here. Since she is healing, I'm gonna have to go to Justice. Use the Hodge to stop the heal, and then Justice to prevent her from running into the other centaurs. I thought that might happen. Again, just go all out with our mana here, spend it. Might as well. We'll go Justice when he gets lower. Right about now. Big Holy Light should top ourselves off. Now we let the mana regen while we're roaming in between little encampments here. Okay, that'll be 4. That's 5. That's 6, okay. Oh, and there's a chest inside, nice. I really love being a dwarf. Rebuff real quick. Grab the Mauler too. Pull these 2 back over here. We got Justice on her, she's not gonna run. I am gonna Hodge that. Just because it'll persist through her death, so. Get the last of the Seal of the Crusader. Now we'll go Justice. Let that mana regen a little bit. Go ahead and just use that. I think we've gotten this chest before. Yep, garbage. 10 silver for the cloak, though. Alright, back to Uthek, and then I think we're hearthing, and we're going to catch a boat. Well, we're going to fly to Theramore, and then we catch a boat from Theramore to Menethil, and then from Menethil we'll fly down to the jungle. Actually, I think I'm going to swing by Stormwind real quick. Grab that. Well, I'm going to have to go to Stormwind to get my charger, so I kind of want to wait and go to Stormwind then. Ideally, we're trying to hit, I think, like 13 gold before we hit 40 and go back to Stormwind. That way I can get all my training and I can respec. We're going to take the points out of Retribution, take them out of Improved Seal of the Crusader and Benediction, pop them into Protection. Because then I think we're going to wind up getting Blessing of Sanctuary, we'll get Blessing of Kings, we'll have 2 more blessings. I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put those on the bar. I kind of wanted all my blessings here, but actually I think what we'll do is maybe I put Exorcism on Shift Q, actually Shift E. Change it up a little bit, and then Shift R will put Holy Shield and... No, Shift R will put Blessing of Sanctuary. Because it lasts 5 minutes, and then R itself will put Holy Shield. And then Shift E will now be our Exorcism, Shift Q will be Turn Undead. Because yeah, regular Q is a stun, Shift Q is a flee, regular E is where they can't move, and then Shift E is Exorcism. I'm not using Exorcism a ton, but Shift E feels very, very like natural, just very easy to press. So, and then yeah, Shift R will be Blessing of Sanctuary for myself, and then R itself will be Holy Shield, and we'll put Blessing of Kings here. So we'll have our blessings for everyone else that I see out in the world, either Might, Wisdom, or Kings. Sanctuary will be for me, and then Holy Shield will be Shift R. Or no, Holy Shield will be R, and Sanctuary will be Shift R. Then my bars are kind of full. I need more on my my actual MMO mouse, but we're not going to get many more abilities. I think I will put Blessing of Light on 2, maybe? Maybe we'll put it on Shift 6 on my MMO mouse, put it right here. That way I have Purify and Blessing of Light, but I think I'll actually, yeah, I think we'll put it here. And then I don't really get, well, I do get Hammer of Wrath, huh? I kind of want to put that on Shift R. Now we'll put that on, well, when I play a warrior, I'm going to put my Execute on Shift R2, I'm pretty sure, so. And we get Blessing of Sacrifice. Okay. So maybe we put... And we get Holy Wrath. It's a really nice, large AoE ability. I'll probably put Holy Wrath on 2. We'll put... Be mindful for Rexar. A lot of these abilities, like Blessing of Sanctuary, or Blessing of Sacrifice, Blessing of Light, we'll definitely get more ranks in, but Blessing of Sacrifice and things like that, I'm not really going to be playing with other party members, so I'm just going to keep it at rank 1, learn the ability to have it, and then kind of ignore it from there. Blessing of Sanctuary will definitely level up though, because this is just a more improved Retribution aura, but reduces the damage dealt from all sources, and then we deal some of that damage back to melee attackers only. That's the thing. Return after you've further proven your worth to the Gelkis. Good. I can hear the loud Magrum bellies grumble from their village far away. I will give this meat to the Gelkis, and we will fight for many days without rest. What you did is good for the Gelkis, Bale. We'll take the silver stars. And then Ongeku. You have more to prove, and your next task will take you far. So for now, the Gelkis will fight the Magrum without you. The earth whispers many secrets to those who listen. One secret I hear is of a red crystal. It's called Draenethys, and it's new to our earth. It comes from a place where mountains fly and where demons rule. We know where that is. The Outlands. Bring me a shard of Draenethys, or Draenethist, and it will make my magic strong. The shard is in a place called the Swamp of Sorrows, held by the Lost One, Ongeku. So we're going out to the Swamp of Sorrows. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and hearth. We're going to check for Iron Eye real quick, and then I'll probably pause the video. I'll probably pause the video as is, go check for Iron Eye, and then I'll resume when we get to probably the upper bit of the jungle. I'll go to Duskwood, and then I'll run through and then resume from there. So I'm going to pause here, and I will be back in just a little bit, guys. All right, gamers, we are just pulling up into Stranglethorn. Took us quite a while to get over here. I did a few things. We sold those bags in our bank just to make some more space and get some gold, but then I went ahead and bought a rare recipe from what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. The guy that gave us this quest. Dirge, Quickleave. There it is. The Tender Wolf Steak, which is another 12 stamina spirit food that we can make. This thing was like $1.50 to buy. Incredibly expensive, but worth it. And then, like, you know, cost of flight paths and stuff like that have put us back under 10 gold, but make a couple bandages and we're back above 10 gold. So do this real quick. We'll take all 3 of these quests, and then we're going to go back to Hemet and the gang and take all of these quests. We should have enough space for, 3 here and 3 there. We're at 230 in our first aid, 231 actually. Can we get 232? No, is asking for a bit too much.
I do most of the cooking at the camp, and it used to be a lot of work until I bought a mechanical cooking pot from a goblin merchant in Booty Bay. The pot is a wonder. It saved me countless hours until it broke. Can you take the pot back to the goblin for me so he can fix it? His name is Krazek.
Krazek's crock pot. Brother Nimitz.
Colonel Curzon was once a great, noble man. I must find what caused his fall into depravity. He may be under the sway of troll magic. To confirm this, I must study some of their legends.
The
There are
Belal
4
ruins.
tablets hidden within the troll ruins of Stranglethorn. I must see what is written on these tablets, transcribe their markings, and bring the transcriptions back to me. The first tablet is in the Balal ruins. The
Balal
second
ruins.
is in the Vile Reef, and the third and fourth are in the ruins of Zulkunda.
Zulkunda. Sergeant Yoa.
Now that many of his regular troops are reduced, you must face his highly trained forces. When they're not in the wilderness slaughtering our rebel soldiers, they are found deep in the back of the Curzon compound, in a cave they call the Stockpile. I know many of
That's a cool
Curzon's
cave name.
troops personally, and I know they are skilled, loyal, and cruel. This is no easy task I set before you, adventurer. After you defeat them, report to Lieutenant Doran, my commanding officer. He will want your report firsthand.
Okay, so we need 10 commandos and 6 head shrinkers. I think the commandos are the guys that are invisible. They're like the stealth guys. This is 20 silver right there. Bam, we're back up. Anything? We already know it. We already know it. We don't need an extra one of those right now. We've got full drinks, which we did spend some more money on drinks. Alright, let's go talk to the gang. We're taking Tiger Mastery, Panther Mastery, and Raptor Mastery, but we're going to hold off on Raptor Mastery. We are going to try and do Tiger and Panther, I think. We'll do pretty much everything here, and then we're going to head back to South Shore, do Noble Deaths, Dark Council, Assassin's Contract, and Crush Ridge Bounty. Whoa, why they hurting my boy? What do you guys think you're doing? I forgot that Thorson has jungle secrets. I feel like we already did jungle secrets, didn't we? Is this just a repeatable quest? tiger meat. I think that's nice. Where the hell are you going?
This is a dangerous place, adventurer. Be careful around here.
Okay, maybe not. Jungle stew is what we can make. As well as we can make the carrion surprise with the mystery meat. Any floating wreckage? There's a ton of floating wreckage down the, what is it called? The Lake Nasferiti? Yeah, Lake Nasferiti. Always keep find minerals on out here, unless we're in like an ogre encampment or something like that, but there's a good bit of ore out here in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle! Yeah, Thorson's up. I just saved him, bro. We'll talk to Ajek first.
Need help?
We already got it.
Travel.
Wait. What axe is that? The Midnight Axe. Oh, yeah, we've already seen this one. Okay.
Now I'm going to up the stakes on you and truly test your skill. Prove to me you can kill 10 Elder Stranglethorn tigers. If you can do that, you will be ready for your final challenge before I declare you a Master Tiger Hunter in Master Nessingwary's presence. Elder Stranglethorn tigers are not only the most difficult to find, they are also the fiercest to defeat.
Of course.
Now
SJ?
the hard part. A true panther hunter can show skill by dropping Shadowmaw panthers, the deadliest in Stranglethorn. Prove to us that you can slay 10 of these beasts. If you think they are hard to track, wait until you attempt to slay one.
Let's see how you handle this next challenge. There is a cagey breed of raptor out there. We call them jungle stalkers. They are far more difficult to track down and kill than the other breeds you've been trying your luck at. Kill 10 jungle stalkers, and I'll tip you off to the best hunting yet.
Sounds good. Alright, full quest log. Some of the basilisks are up here in the mountains, but we're gonna actually hold off on those for now. Let's go get the ears, the blood scalp ears. The first troll legend is right here. There's another one down here in the water. There's another one up here. And then the fourth one, I have no idea. Iron. We don't have too much time left tonight. We got about 12 minutes, so I'm just going to try and take on the blood scalpers. Try and get those ears if we can. They're humanoids, but I can't remember if they run near death. I think they do. No. Good. Humanoid's nice, though, because they drop cloth. Poison, not a big deal for a paladin. One of 15. Whew. Alright, 3 pieces, it's not bad. Want to try this. Yeah, we've already done this test. There's page 26, extra health potion. Whoa. The Pendant of Mizrael. So this is a unique necklace that gives me the quest, the Crystal in the Mountains. This is the quest that we hid because it was like, how likely is it that it's going to drop, right? This shard pulses as you hold it. You feel a sense of pleading coming from the shard, as if someone is trying to communicate, someone who desperately needs your help. A vision appears in your mind of the northern mountains of Arathi, and of a brilliant crystal jutting from the earth there. You feel drawn to that place. So this is the quest for Mizrael. The pendant of Mizrael. More stamina, or sorry, more spirit, less stamina than our current necklace. Would have been nice if I got it before. Before I just got this necklace, the Kodo Bone necklace, but still very cool that we got this. I don't think I got this on my rogue. I think you can take this quest no matter what, as long as you go up there. This just kind of leads you there and gives you more experience if you do this, but we'll do that once our quest log isn't full. We're already at 4 ears, not bad. They do have a very low drop chance. 27%, that's horrible. Takashi Ruins, Takashi 69. Got me with a little rend. Alright, we're not playing for much longer, but I am going to put on a Sharpening Stone and eat another Deviled Clam. That gets rid of one of our stacks. We had 40 of these, and now we're down to 20, which is fine. By the time that we use all 20 of these, we'll be ready to shift over to the 8 stamina food, or maybe even, hopefully, the 12 stamina food, right? It's crazy that it jumps from 8 to 12 like that, but again, we're not really cooking anything. We're kind of saving all this meat until we break 225, and I need more. I need zesty clam meat and the eggs from Tenaris, so. I will really miss the attack speed from using Seal of the Crusader. We'll still have Seal of the Crusader, but it's not going to be very likely that we use it once we take the points out of improved Seal of the Crusader, because we're losing that 15% bonus melee attack power. I think really what we're going to be doing is using Seal of Light and then Seal of Wisdom and just kind of juggling between that. And then, of course, Seal of Justice. But I want to kind of range pull one of these guys. Yeah, but I don't want to pull too many. I got 3. I think I'm okay with 3. Use Stone Form. I have an extra potion here if I need full cooldowns. We should be okay. They have disarms. That's kind of nasty. Good concentration, because we do have 2 beating on us. Quick little Holy Light. Back to red. Let the mana regen. I don't want to consecrate anymore. Spamming disarm on me. Multiple warriors is kind of nasty because the disarm, but get through one more and then we'll throw another Holy Light on ourselves. This will at least get our unarmed skill up a little bit more. I think our unarmed is higher than our axe skill, yeah. And our two-handed mace's skill at this point. Alright, if I can, again, we kind of want to pull this apart. Let's do 2 flashes. Let's see, maybe I can grab the, no, I think I'm gonna pull the shaman as well if I get that axe thrower, which I'm okay with. I'm just gonna want to range them, and I think they can attack through this pillar here. Rebuff up. Oh, he's actually moving away. Perfect. Okay, they can't. That's good to know. I don't think, yeah, we're not going to get the rest of the ears tonight. It's already pretty late, and I kind of want to just keep it to a solid hour tonight, so play for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to head to, oh, we got page 4, nice. We're going to head to Duskwood. I think we're going to call it here in Darkshire, that way I can just run back over here tomorrow when we start. Because my hearth is still on cooldown for another 12 minutes. I mean, I could extend it a little longer and just play for 12 minutes and then we hearth. And then tomorrow I'll just run over here on my own. Maybe that's what we'll do. It'll be like an hour and 10. It's not too long of a session. We might be able to get the rest of the years if we do it that. Down to pull the warrior, just the warrior if I can get him. Nice, didn't get the shaman, and then afterwards I can get the shaman and the axe thrower. Shamans don't have heal, but they do have... Yeah, they don't have any casting, so I might as well just hodge this guy. Make sure we get him in his dead zone, so that way I can like trick him into meleeing. Quick little holy light, spend some of the mana. Go wisdom here. Page 20. A shield, that's nice for a little bit of extra money. Shaman's actually kind of hit hard because of they're using a two-handed weapon, so the staff, but then that lightning shield, look at how much that's hitting me for. Last one did like 83. Ooh, that Nova's actually kind of nasty too. The Nova hit me for 168. The warriors don't hit very hard, they just do the disarm, so pulling multiple warriors is like, it's more just annoying than anything, but... And then once they enrage, they start hitting much harder. Alright, let the AoE and the red aura kill him. Switch to Seal of Light, but I'm not going to judge it. I'm going to save it for this Elder Tiger. Like I said, we're just going to play until our Hearth is off cooldown, and then we'll Hearth and call it there. That way we're back in an inn. And then tomorrow when I start, before I start, I'll probably just move my character over here on my own, and then start it here. Quickly, quickly. Nice, got it. Couple elders here. Go ahead and use stone form. Kind of messed up my mana here a little bit, but that's okay. We can let it regen. Like I said, I do have an extra greater healing potion I can just use willy-nilly if I'm feeling vulnerable. Man, I need to start working on some of the other series that I'm playing at the same time. WoW's kind of taken over, and the fact that I'm playing a lot of Marathon right now. I haven't really played a lot of Elder Scrolls. I haven't really played a lot of Valheim. We're at the very end of Valheim, and the new update is going to come out in September, so I kind of want to get what we're working on done before September and have a little bit of time to then, you know, naturally progress into that. Everybody wants help from the Paladin, but I'm sorry, I can't help you. If I see people, I'll naturally help them, but I can't, like, go over there and waste time helping him. What class is he, a rogue? Getting a good bit of this tiger meat. It's kind of nice. No dungeons and nothing? Nope. Sorry, dog. Iron over here. Nice. I see it. Got about 6 more minutes, 5 more minutes on the hearth. I think it'll be close if I get enough money to learn all of my training and... Ooh, Sentinel Gloves of the Whale, that's nice. And get my respec. It'll be very close when we hit 40. I think maybe if I go to... Well, actually what's my reputation with... Yeah, I'm honored with both Ironforge and Stormwind, so I think no matter if I go to Ironforge or Stormwind, the training is going to be discounted at the same price. If I was revered with Ironforge, then I would go to Ironforge and get my training there, so it would be a little cheaper, but I think my spells, instead of 2 gold, are going to cost me like 180, which might make the difference between me being able to respec and not. But ideally, you know, we hit 40, I get all my spells, respec, start working on my charger quest, which I think is very easy. I think the first one's like pretty much free, and then we get our charger. And then moving forward, gold is not really like an issue. It's gonna build very quickly. And then the only thing that we're spending money on after that is, you know, obviously cooking recipes or patterns that we see from unique vendors, or like, you know, limited time green items or something like that. Nice, 10 silver for the shoulders there, and a silver from the mob. But also gold will just be for bank slots. That's like the big one. Alright, let's get these 2 elders, and then we're done with the tigers. At least we got that done tonight. 4 minutes, I need 5 ears. Maybe we can. It'll be close, but... Switch to you. More of that tiger meat. Wisdom fell off. Maybe we can even get the first troll slab. The Balal Ruins. Yeah, it's right in here. If I can pull just the shaman, that'd be great. Waiting for the axe thrower to kind of turn around a little bit, I think, if he will. It's okay. I really need to get that axe thrower back. Let's go with a holy light here. Trying to get this guy in his dead zone. There we go. That Nova is nasty. Again, thankfully these guys don't, they don't run near death. Three more. I think I can get this thing without pulling the axe thrower, but maybe. It was close. Nice. I think we're going to clear out this camp and then we'll hearth. I need 3 more ears. I don't think I'm going to get it from 5 mobs, but maybe if we get lucky. Spend some of this mana while I'm disarmed. I might as well. Page 14. Little Dabu on his bitch ass. Alright, that's 1. Nice, it's actually perfect. Oh, shield bash. Say, please don't double bash me. Page 1. Maybe I look online and see what pages do we need for which parts. I think the first set is like 1, 3, 4, and 5 or something like that. It's not all the way through. Damn, we're getting a lot of pages here. Alright, we need one more year. At this point, we might as well just get that last year and then more Hearth. Hopefully this is our guy, but nope. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and Hearth, sell all the junk, get in bed, and then wrap it up. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be the big day where we hit 40, because we've got 2 quests to turn in here already. We'll kill some Panthers. Dirge, my man. For now, I'm going to hold on to the pages and just see what exactly. Green Hills of Stranglethorn. Chapter 1, you need... Okay, so 1, 4, 6, and 8. Chapter 2 is 10, 11, 14, and 16. Chapter 3 is 18, 20, 21, and 24. And then Chapter 4 is 25, 26, 27. What do we have so far? Let's go ahead and take them out real quick. Poppy Seeds, she can have a Wisdom. You can have a Wisdom. Give her Pet a Might. Potential customers. Alright, let's see what we're at. So, book 1 would be 1, 4. Do I have 6? No, okay. Book 2 would be 10, 11, 14, 16. So, 10, 11, 14. And then book 3, 18, 20, 21, 24. And then, so we're actually pretty close on book 1 and the final book. So 1, 4, 6, and 8. I mean, we might be able to do it. We've got a lot left to do in Stranglethorn, so sell the excess pages. We're up to 11 gold again. We're closing in on our money requirements for 40, but let's just see if I can... Not really, but... And then 20... So book 1 is the final book, book 2, and book 3. Book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare to juggle it in our inventory, and in our bank, but all right. Sleep in this one tonight. All right, guys, we're going to call this one here for now. It is late, and I need to go to bed, so I will see you guys at some point tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.